Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I made this awesome 3D Grinch cake. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. A list of the materials I used for the base of the cake will be listed down below. Please don't forget to check it out. In order to make this cake food safe, I covered the metal parts with foil tape, and now I'm going to use the ganache to cover the whole entire structure to make it food safe. I used 2 bubble straws to cover the part where the cake is going to go as well. This is going to be a small 4-inch cake. I'm stacking up 3 layers of the cake and using the domes for the very top and for the middle to make the pop belly of the Grinch. Now covering the whole entire cake with ganache. I'm also using, instead of fondant, I'm using modeling chocolate. I find that modeling chocolate is very easy to work with. You're able to blend your things better with modeling chocolate, and it also hardens really fast. Here I'm just using my fingers to shape the legs of the Grinch, and then smoothing it out as well with my fingers. That's why I love modeling chocolate. And now I'm just using a scoring tool to make lines all over the legs, and I'm going to be doing this as well throughout the whole cake. I'm not going too deep in. Once I was happy with the legs, I continued with the body. Here I'm adding vegetable shortening. The shortening is going to help the modeling chocolate stick to the cake since I used ganache instead of buttercream. Now to putting on the modeling chocolate on the cake, I did it in 2 sections, and then I'm gonna blend them together to hide the seams. Now easier said than done. When it came to trying to hide the seams on the side of the cake, trying to blend those things together, since it was such a cold day, I had a very hard time. The modeling chocolate was hardening too fast, and I wasn't able to blend them, so I used a mini torch, and I heat up my balling tool, and that kind of helped, but it wasn't perfect. But since I knew that I was gonna make lines all over the cake and I was gonna add the arms, it was gonna kind of hide those ugly seams on the side. Using the scoring tool, I made lines all over the cake, and the lines were not like all perfect. Some were short, some were big, to the sides. Not making it perfect all in one way. That way you'll create the effect of fur. For the Grinch's face, I used a 3-inch foam ball that I cut on the very top to make it look more like a tear shape. And I also cut out in the middle 2 little dents for the eyes, so I knew where to place the eyes. Once I put the Grinch's head on the cake, I added another piece for the bottom to make the mouth, and this is a little pink strip of modeling chocolate to make the inner lips. wasn't liking the color of the eyes. I changed them like 3 times, and at the end, I ended up, if you see the cake, the picture of the cake, I ended up with green instead of red. Making 2 long sausage shapes, I cut out 4 slits on the front for the fingers, and I also made the scores to make the shape of the fur, like the effect of the fur, and I inserted a wooden dowel or a stick in one of the arms to make it stand. Now I'm using green food dye with a little bit of vodka. I'm painting over the whole cake. This is gonna give it a different effect. After I'm done painting the whole cake, I'm gonna clean it with the towel, and the food dye, it's only gonna stay on the slits, and it's gonna give it, you can't see it here, but it gives it a really cool effect where you have darker parts and lighter parts, and it gives it a different dimension. Now to make Max, I also use modeling chocolate. I used 2 balls of modeling chocolate, one bigger than the other one. For the bottom portion of Max's body, I rolled up and made like a sausage shape, also making one end thinner than the other side, and then pushing that thinner side to the pushing it upwards to make the neck of the dog. I also inserted a cocktail stick in the middle part, so when it came to putting the head, it will help hold it. For Max's head, I also made a teardrop shape, and I pinched the very bottom of the teardrop to make the snout. I inserted the head until the bottom portion of the body was set. These right here are the socks that run away from the Grinch when he takes them off. I wanted to incorporate that little scene of the movie. I thought it was really funny, so I wanted to incorporate that part into the cake. Now I'm gonna be adding the little band that the Grinch wears. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's a little red band that he has uh, in the scene where he takes off the skirt and he walks away. Here I'm putting a ganache, black ganache on the base of the cake. I'm gonna use this to stick the cookie crumbs. I didn't like how it looked just with the black on the bottom, so I decided to use Oreo, crushed up Oreo cookie crumbs and regular graham cracker crumbs to make the dirt inside the cave. For the final step of the cake, I'm making the cloth that the Grinch wears as a skirt in the movie. This was one of my favorite cakes I've made so far, and it's also one of my favorite Christmas movies. What do you guys think? Don't forget to give me a like, share my content, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.